In the state of Florida, sheriff's deputies conducted a traffic stop after running a vehicle tag that returned no record in the state database. The driver was operating a vehicle with a suspended driver's license, canceled registration, and no insurance. The encounter escalated when she declined to exit the vehicle upon command.
I'm not sure, that's all it reads.
Copy. 2103, show me on what's going on, 2340.
2102, show me traffic on this vehicle, Huntington Place.
Copy. 2101, I'll be 1012 with him. Copy.
How you doing?
Hello, sir.
Deputy Lowe with the Sheriff's Office, okay?
Yes, sir.
Reason for the stop, what's up with that tag? What tag is it?
That's the DOT, Department of Transportation tag, sir.
Do you have a tag for the vehicle?
Yes, so that is a tag for the automobile, sir.
Okay, do you have a driver's license and registration for the vehicle?
Give me my ID, sir.
Okay. Do you have proof of registration for the vehicle? There's no state for that tag. It's not coming back to anything, so that's why I'm asking.
Here's my identification, sir.
Okay, that's a passport card. Do you have a driver's license? What's that?
That is my identification.
Do you have a driver's license out of Florida or any other state?
No, I'm not.
Registration and insurance.
Registration or insurance for the vehicle?
Tim.
One.
Stop her.
Yeah, no. So you don't have a driver's license in the state of Florida, right?
No, sir.
Okay.
I have my identification here. Presenting to you, sir. My identification.
That's not a driver's license though.
You have your body cameras on, sir?
Huh?
You have your body cameras on?
Yes, I do.
I don't see any red lights.
It's recording.
I just want to make sure.
Okay. What I'm gonna have you do is turn the car off.
So what is my automobile?
What's that?
Why do I
Because I'm gonna have you step out, okay? You don't have a driver's license. You're not allowed to be operating the vehicle, okay?
What am I going to be stepping out for?
What's that? Because we're gonna have a conversation in the back of my car.
Okay, so I'd rather have a conversation here because am I under custodial arrest, sir?
What's that?
Am I under custodial
Right now you're being detained. You understand?
Okay, so what am I being detained for?
Operating a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license.
This is an automobile, sir. It's not, I'm not signed with any contract with anything.
I don't know what that means, okay?
Okay, so you don't know what the DMV is?
Dan, go over here. We're gonna pull. What's your first name?
Okay, so am I being under custodial arrest?
Roll down your window. Ma'am, roll down your window. Ma'am, roll down your window all the way so we can talk.
Okay, so I'd rather not for my safety.
What's that?
I'd rather not for my safety. I can hear you.
Ma'am, you have to get out of the car, so go ahead and shut the car off and step out. You're not producing any of the required documents that you're supposed to have?
Right, so I can show you some documents.
I need a Florida registration.
Okay, so I'm presenting to you my ID, sir.
Okay,
Listen,
here.
I'm not.
Let me have that. Let me have it.
So I'm presenting
Ma'am.
to you my ID.
It doesn't work that way, okay? I need your ID so I can run it.
Okay, so here's my ID, sir.
Okay, now do you have a valid registration?
Okay, so I have a bond for this automobile.
What's that?
I have a bond for this automobile. My paperwork for that.
Okay.
Show me the paperwork.
Yes, I need your paperwork and I need your insurance. Okay?
So my paperwork is this.
All right.
We'll go suddenly so my paperwork is like this.
All right, go ahead. Just keep an eye on her.
Any weapons or anything inside the car?
No,
Okay, well, I'm not going to have you dig through a bag right now. I'm telling you to unlock this car and step out. Do you understand me?
Sir, I'm getting my paperwork. He just asked me for my paperwork.
What paperwork?
2104, show me over it. 2104, 2104.
I know. I have my stuff here.
What are you trying to show me? Ma'am, what are you trying to show me? The only documentation I need to see is your vehicle registration, your proof of insurance, and your Florida driver's license. You showed me a passport ID. Okay. Your tag comes back to nothing.
You didn't present anything to me. Do you have a Florida identification card or a Florida driver's license? I'm sorry? Okay, why is that?
Because that was rescinded.
Was rescinded?
That was rescinded, yes, sir.
Have you ever had one?
Voluntarily. By the way, not a sovereign citizen, so please don't classify me as such. I know you guys have some sort of code terms that you guys use. Never claimed to be.
Right now, you're operating a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license, okay?
Can you put me on a welfare check?
I don't know what...
I'm going to move my bag here. I don't want to
And US1.
put the license. I don't want to make any sudden movements. I just want you to know what I'm going to do. I'm putting my bag.
Go ahead. Why are you pulling in here? Do you live in here?
I reside here at the moment. Well, I'm domiciled.
So, ma'am, so what is this supposed to be? I'm sorry? What is the...
Trust property.
What does that mean? Where's the... So, okay, so this is not... So where's the registration for the vehicle? Okay, so you understand that by the Florida state statute, you need a registration, okay? And you also need a Florida driver's license or your driver's license from another state. You understand that, correct? What is there not to understand? You're operating a motor vehicle in the state of Florida. Okay, so you're responsible for knowing the laws. What identification? No. You are required to provide a driver's license. I have it. It's over here.
Ma'am, unlock the car and step out. I am not asking you. I am telling you, step out of the car. Do you understand me?
Okay, so am I being...
If you do not step out of the car, I will break this window and I will drag you out of the car. Do you understand?
So now you're threatening...
I'm not threatening you. I'm telling you, okay?
You just told me that you're going to...
Unlock the car and step out. Do you understand what I am telling you?
Yeah, hold on.
Ma'am, don't turn this into something that it doesn't need to be, okay? If you step out and you cooperate with us, we'll cooperate with you. If you do not, you're going to go to jail.
Unlock the car and step out of the car, now.
So,
I found the car.
Stand right back here in front of my hood. So let's try this again. Do you have a driver's license issued in the state of Florida? No.
No,
She
I don't
does,
have
but
it.
it's suspended. Same with the
Well,
car. The car's
That
registration.
was surrender, sir. So
Okay.
that
It
was
says
voluntary.
it says
I
suspended,
understand that.
but
that was
you also have no insurance,
Okay.
and your registration was
So
canceled.
the driver's license was surrendered voluntarily. So I understand that's probably how it looks in the system.
Mm-hmm.
But I also have paperwork for that, but that's back in my car. So
Okay.
showing that I have my driver, that went to the DMV and I surrendered that voluntarily. I have my paperwork.
Because it was suspended.
Right. So
That's why you
I
suspended.
understand that's
So you
what it
realize
says in the
you
system.
know you don't have a license and you're driving. All right. Your car's not insured and it's not registered. All right. And you can't drive like that in the state of Florida. All right.
So
Your vehicle is going to be towed,
Do me a favor.
and he's going to write you some tickets.
So why is my vehicle being towed?
Because it cannot operate on the roads in the state of Florida. It doesn't have insurance and is not registered.
So who is ordering the vehicle to be? I mean, my automobile to be towed? Who is?
Ma'am, we are law enforcement officers of the state of Florida. We enforce the laws of the state of Florida. That's the rules here. If you don't want to abide by the laws, man, that has nothing to do with us. Okay? And we're
You done with your phone call? Who are you talking to on your phone call?
I'm talking to a family member.
Okay.
Sir.
Put the phone on top of his head.
Okay, so sir, why do I have to put my phone?
Okay, because
on
right now
him?
you're being detained, okay? You're not listening. We're not going to play this game, alright?
Let's go.
Okay. I'll just.
Pocket.
Have a seat. What up, what up?
Yeah, her car's been.
I'm not playing this game. She's going.
She knows her driver's license is suspended too. So
2102 adult female 1014. What were those papers that she handed you?
Just make sure.
Dan, can you stay with her real quick, please?
So it has her name on there. So it's not that she's. Well, you have to confirm that's her name.
Huh?
Okay. Is it Antonia? Okay. Yeah. So she provided.
Is that the name that was on her, that little ID she gave you?
She gave y'all ID?
Passport identification card. So she knowingly is driving without a license. Okay. Before I ask you some questions, I'm going to read you something, okay? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have a lawyer present with you while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford a hire lawyer, will be appointed to represent you before questioning. If you decide to answer questions now without a lawyer present, you still have the right to stop answering anytime you speak with a lawyer. Do you understand each of these rights I've explained to you?
I don't understand.
Yes or no? Do you understand each of these rights I've explained to you?
Well, I'm not waiving any of my rights, sir.
I can't hear you. What?
I'm not waiving any of my rights, sir.
I'm asking you yes or no. Do you understand what I just read to you?
So I overstand what you're saying, sir.
Okay, having these rights in mind, do you wish to talk with me?
No, sir.
Okay.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah,
Yes. How you doing?
I'm doing well.
All right. So what was her name?
Her name is Antonia.
Antonia. Okay. So my Antonia is gonna go to jail today. Okay.
But she's gonna be going to jail, sir.
She does not have a valid license, and she has knowledge of that, and her vehicle is also not insured, and it's not registered either.
Doesn't she doesn't even have a license. Her license was
Suspended.
surrendered.
It's suspended.
Her license was surrendered before all of that right there anyway.
Right, but you understand that you don't need to have a physical license for your license to be suspended.
This is your wallet.
Yes,
It's gonna be coming with you. Your wallet and your phone is gonna be coming with you. Okay, your car is being towed.
Okay, so
Okay, ma'am. In order to operate the vehicle, on the roads in the state of Florida, you need to have a valid Florida driver's license. Okay, so that's why she's going to jail, because she does not have one, and she has knowledge that she does not have one.
No insurance on the vehicle either.
And there's no insurance on the vehicle, and she doesn't even have a tag on the vehicle.
Tag.
It's a tag that is not recognized in the state of Florida. Okay? So she'll be booked into the Indian River County Jail tonight.
Under Florida law, a traffic stop is constitutionally valid if an officer has reasonable suspicion that a traffic infraction has occurred. When a license plate comes back to nothing in the system, that alone generally provides reasonable suspicion to initiate a stop to investigate registration compliance. Once the vehicle was lawfully stopped, the deputy was authorized to request a driver's license, vehicle registration, and proof of insurance. Florida statutes require a driver operating a motor vehicle on public roads to possess a valid driver's license and to present it upon lawful demand. The same applies to proof of registration and insurance. Here, the driver presented a passport identification card rather than a Florida driver's license. A passport establishes identity and citizenship, but does not confer driving privileges. When the deputy confirmed through dispatch that the driver's license was suspended and the registration had been surrendered or canceled, the legal threshold shifted from mere reasonable suspicion to probable cause for criminal traffic offenses. Driving with a suspended license in Florida is a criminal offense when the driver has knowledge of the suspension. Knowledge can be established through prior notice, surrender documentation, or admissions made during the encounter. At that point, the deputy ordered the driver to turn off the vehicle and step out. Under long-standing Supreme Court precedent, officers may order a driver out of a lawfully stopped vehicle without additional justification for officer safety reasons. That command is considered a lawful order during a traffic stop. When the driver refused to comply and remained inside the locked vehicle, the deputy warned that the window would be broken and that she would be removed. That warning reflects an escalation toward physical extraction, which would be analyzed under the Fourth Amendment's objective reasonableness standard governing use of force. Because probable cause existed for arrest, officers were legally authorized to remove her from the vehicle using reasonable force if necessary. The driver repeatedly questioned the legal basis and referenced not wishing to be classified under sovereign citizen terminology. However, the legal analysis does not turn on personal beliefs about licensing requirements. In Florida, operating a motor vehicle on public roadways is a regulated privilege conditioned on compliance with licensing, registration, and insurance statutes. Once the database confirmed suspension and lack of insurance, continued operation constituted ongoing violations. When she was told she was being detained, that marked the transition from temporary traffic detention to custodial arrest conditions. The moment she was formally placed under arrest and secured, Miranda warnings were required before custodial interrogation. The deputy read her Miranda rights prior to asking investigative questions. When she invoked her right to remain silent by declining to answer questions, officers were required to cease interrogation. The transcript reflects that questioning stopped at that point, which aligns with constitutional procedure. The vehicle tow was legally justified under Florida law because the car lacked valid registration and insurance and could not be lawfully operated on public roads. When a vehicle cannot be legally driven and no properly licensed driver is available to take custody, officers may impound it pursuant to standardized department policy. The resisting arrest without violence charge stems from her refusal to exit the vehicle after repeated lawful commands. In Florida, nonviolent resistance can include passive refusal to comply with lawful orders during an arrest situation. The validity of that charge depends on whether the underlying commands were lawful. Because the stop was supported by reasonable suspicion and the arrest by probable cause, the commands to exit the vehicle were legally enforceable. Ultimately, she was charged with driving with a suspended license with knowledge, failure to register a vehicle, operating without insurance, and resisting without violence. The case concluded with a sentence of probation, indicating adjudication under Florida criminal procedure. This encounter illustrates how a routine traffic database irregularity can evolve into a custodial arrest once statutory violations are confirmed. The constitutional analysis moves step by step. Reasonable suspicion for the stop, probable cause upon verification of suspension and cancellation, lawful orders during detention, escalation authority for non-compliance, Miranda safeguards upon custodial interrogation, and lawful impoundment of an unregistered and uninsured vehicle. Thanks for watching. If you found this legal breakdown informative, like, share, and subscribe. Leave your thoughts in the comments below.